Welcome back to another video. Let's talk about it for real, for real. Today I want to talk a little bit about Carnival Cruise and the new rules that they have put in place in light of a huge brawl that they recently had when people were disembarking the ship. Now, people are calling these new rules racist. People are saying these rules are targeted towards African Americans. People are saying these rules is going to prevent them from taking Carnival Cruise, and it's going to limit the fact that Carnival Cruise is known as the fun ship. So now it's no longer going to be fun. So let's look at some of the new rules. I'm not going to go into all of the rules. I'm just going to touch on a few, and some are not even on this list, but it's been widely talked about on the internet, and they're all over the place. People are talking about them. Now, the number one rule that they have that's getting the most, talk online is no more playing hip hop or rap music on the boat, which Carnival Cruise has said that is not true. They have refuted that. They said they did not give any kind of instructions to not play rap music. Now, that might be possible, and if it is, that's going to have to be a wait and see type thing, so people can report back if they don't hear any kind of hip hop, R&B, that type of stuff, or even during the karaoke sessions, you can't do those songs or whatever the case may be. So we'll get back to that. But as right now, it's not even a talking point to the level of people should be outraged because they said it's not true. All right. So the second biggest thing, and this is a huge one, which I just don't understand why it wasn't in place in the first place. That's going to be my tagline. I feel like a rapper. It should have been in place in the first place. But anyway, all right. So Bluetooth speakers, they are banning personal Bluetooth speakers from being bought on board, which I think is a great idea, right? Around the ship, you got tons of music. You got music everywhere. You got music in the clubs. You got music in some of the restaurants. You have music on the decks. You have music every place. I was on a cruise with my wife recently, and while I went to the fitness center, this young lady came in there. She took her little Bluetooth speaker, stuck it in the corner, blasted it full max, and started to work out. It was annoying as all hell, right? But I'm not going to get into that, but it was annoying as all hell. So I know that these things can be annoying, and it's just unnecessary, especially when it's some type of music that's like, okay, come on, you got kids around or whatever the case. But anyway, this should have been in place a long time ago. When you're on land, right, and you go to a gym, a fitness center, you don't take a Bluetooth speaker, you take headphones. It's common sense. When you're on land and you go to a restaurant, you don't take a Bluetooth speaker when you sit and eat. When you go to a club on land, you do not take a Bluetooth speaker to a club. All of this is stupid. You shouldn't take it on the cruise. Thank you. Wear headphones. This should have been in place a long time ago. And this is not just affecting black people. How the hell is this just affecting African Americans? No one can bring Bluetooth speakers. I don't want to hear anybody's music. All right. So we can move on from that. But just to say, it's stupid for people to say that that's targeted, right? So then we're going to look at the age restriction, the curfew, the teen curfew. Now, this is something that, again, should have been in place in the first place. If you're under 18, you cannot book a cruise with a ton of young teenagers. It's a dangerous thing. You're still a minor. In the eyes of the law, you're still considered a minor. Yes, you cannot book this cruise without an adult, 18 or older. And then the curfew, when you are on the boat, is 1 a.m. for teens. People that 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16. Why do they need to be running around on an alcohol-fueled, huge boat, cruise liner, while people are drunk? People are drunk. People are intoxicated out of their minds. Now, here's the question. Do you let your children run around at nighttime past midnight when you're not on the cruise? Outside at midnight? Do you let your 12-year-old run around places? Do you let them go to bars? Do you let them hang out in casinos? Do you let them hang out and go to dirty comedy shows? No, you do not, right? And then on top of that, you never know who's on these ships. You got your kids running around. And better yet, what are you doing that you think that your kids should be running around on a cruise ship by themselves after 1 o'clock, after midnight? What are you? Where are you? Why are you not with those minor kids at that point? Do you do that on land, though? That's the biggest question. When you're on land, do you do these things? Kids can fall over the side of the boat. Kids can run around, slip, fall, hurt themselves without a guardian around. So once again, what is wrong with you that you think that it's a bad idea that young children should be in the cabins by midnight? Get it together, people. Get it together. These are not targeted things. They're not targeted towards you. That means black kids, white kids, Asian kids, Hispanic kids, they shouldn't be running around the goddamn boat. Anyway, last point. I'm not going to stay too long on this because it just, none of it really makes sense, right? But the last thing is these fans. You can't bring these fat fans, you know, the hand fans. All right, I get that. Boots on the Ground came out, and then you got everybody fapping. But you can bring small electronic fans, right? Which to me are better anyway. You know, you got an electronic fan. If you're hot, you don't want to keep doing this. Your arm get tired. Like, why are we upset that you can't bring fans? Because it stops you from doing an accurate fat on Boots on the Ground dance? Is that why you're not taking Carnival Cruise and saving possibly hundreds of dollars compared to other cruise liners? Because you cannot fap. Yes, that's my word for it. Fap on a fan. Come on now. Let's do better. Let's do better. Let's not make everything about race. Let's not make everything about being targeted. Let's have fun. All right? But most of all, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep this content going. Let's talk about it. Let's open dialogue. And if you disagree with me, then say so. If you agree with me, then say so.